Hi, Reverend Paula Zabkar here from Spiritual Soul Center. We think we listen with our ears, right? I mean, that's what we do. We have these senses and the ears are how we hear. But really, it is how we hear and not how we listen. When we listen, we are bringing our full attention to something, right? I mean, that's really how we listen the best, when we bring our full attention to what's in front of us. But so often when we hear things, we might be in our minds in a totally different space, in a totally different place. It's as if we're sleeping, really, because we go off and maybe we're putting together a story of how we're relating to what somebody's saying, but we don't bring our full attention to what is in front of us. That is really a deep way of listening, to bring our full attention to what is in front of us, to the story that's being told. Another way that we listen is to be aware of the urges we get or the sense that we get from inside of us. You know, this doesn't just happen in the meditation chair, although it does happen there for me, is that I get an idea or something comes into my consciousness, but it happens at other times during the day too. Just driving down the road and you'll get a sense of maybe I should call this person, or you get a word that comes to you, or some sense or some invitation that presents itself to you. Mark, in his book 7,000 Ways to Listen, Mark Nepo tells a story of a man who was a teacher and he had a heart attack, and he was learning a new way of life, and as he was learning that, he got this urge to pick up the Native American flute and to learn how to play it and to learn how to be with others. And so happens he follows up with his cardiologist and everything is great. His lung capacity is improved, his blood pressure is much better, and his heart is operating much better. Have you been exercising? He says. No, I haven't. What has changed? And he smiled as he left the doctor's office, realizing that that urge to play the Native American flute actually improved his health. So we listen not with our ears, we hear with our ears, but we listen by being engaged in the story. We listen by being aware of the urges we have, and we listen also by being receptive to receive whatever is in front of us. Mark also tells the story of seeing these incredible and impeccable mimes on his visit to Barcelona, and how incredible these two were that were dressed like angels. One smaller one, one taller one, and how when you placed a coin in the smaller one's hand, that the first thing that would happen is that you would be blessed, and then they would go into these majestic and different movements. And as so often happens, we nod and say, "Oh, how sweet that is," before we walk on. But what happened in this case is this little girl came between all the adults' legs, pressed a coin in the little angel's hand, and was there totally receiving and believing that that blessing was something incredibly special. Mark says, you know, after it all happened and other people moved away, he fumbled for a coin in his own pocket so that he could feel what it felt like to be blessed. Different ways of listening, not just with the ears, that's how we hear, but how we receive what's in front of us. Until next time.